Hi. Hi. This is Tara from Tara and Yun, Instagram and YouTube. And today I'm here with two friends.
Hi guys, I'm Haley from The Haley Show. Nice to meet you all here.
I'm Nicholas from Ganlok631 on TikTok.
I want to know your nationality because today's video is about culture.
Ooh.
I'm from Iran. Haley.
I'm from Korea.
I'm from Greece.
Okay, great. So I wanted to ask you about Korean stereotypes. So shall we begin the dangerous questions?
I should probably hide my face.
For Kbeauty, there are so many products and it's really easy to find it. So even some of my Korean guy friends do some makeup, but very light makeup, like put some BB cream or that's it. And my all of Korean girlfriends, they love to do makeup all the time or like getting some plastic surgery sometime. So I think the Kbeauty market is really big. That's why it's like that, but not too much I feel like. But compared to other countries, maybe it can be like big, I think.
I believe that Koreans are genuinely beautiful, naturally. And even though they're kind of obsessed with too much makeup, even plastic surgery, if my humble opinion counts, I would be like, guys, just stay natural and exactly how you are. I'm sorry, plastic surgeries and cosmetics, but if you just keep the way you are, it's better than altering something like that. So for what it's worth, stay natural.
So yeah, I think also, in my opinion, I think Korean people, maybe they're obsessed sometimes because they really care about beauty. And I heard when you are beautiful, people maybe care about you more,
Yeah.
or like to communicate with you like more. But I don't know, maybe it's an international thing. I cannot
It's definitely
say it's
international.
like just Korean thing. But yeah, I think definitely in my point also Korean people, yeah, really care about beauty. Yeah. So the answer is
Yes.
So this question is like a very hot question because lots of people have been asking me this question.
Being a foreigner in Korea is not easy. I'm not gonna lie. I have gotten side eyes from maybe older people. It's like, oh, he's definitely not Korean. Why is he here? Not that often, but I've seen it more towards my friends, especially if they're too standing out for any reason. Definitely, I can say as a country, it's not very foreign friendly, but it's only mostly because of the language. Like, unless you know Korean, you probably will have a hard time making your phone number, making your papers, even opening a bank account. As for people, I would say that there are two kinds of Koreans, like Koreans who like to mingle with internationals and Koreans who just avoid internationals for whatever reasons. But the Koreans who are open to foreigners also tend to speak English and they're not that shy, like Haley here. And here I'd like to mention, like, one of my first Korean friends is actually Jimin. Hi, Jimin.
BTS.
Jimin. Well, hi, Jimin, of course, obviously, yeah.
Okay.
But like, he actively learns the language so he can find people. So be like Jimin. Be an open-hearted Korean.
Right.
Mhm.
Other country, you can see a lot of mixed people, right? Or like a lot of like people who come from other country. But in Korea, that's what I learned is like only Korean lives in Korea. But that's actually wrong because a lot of like Japanese, Chinese mixed together, something like that, right? But that's what we learned. And I remember like almost like 20 years ago when I was born in Seoul. So when I see like foreigner, it's really rare to see that. And whenever those foreigners just go somewhere, like everyone just live there, right? But these days it's really common to see foreigners, right? But this day I think it's changing, but still this time. So yes, a little bit hard, but we welcome many race. Like, okay.
mostly the last generation, maybe they are a little bit cautious about foreigners. Maybe they think maybe foreigners, they don't know the culture. I heard lots of Koreans, they say like foreigners don't respect our culture. They don't even try to speak Korean. I think it's very important for Korean people, like you know the language, as you said, like
language
I think
barriers.
for foreigners it's really like tough because everywhere you go you have to speak Korean. But then for Korean people point of view, when I speak Korean, everywhere I go somewhere and they are like, oh, should I speak English? And they want to speak English, but then I talk in Korean. And then they say, oh, I'm so relaxed.
Such a relief.
Yeah, you can speak Korean. Oh, I was so stressed out. Like, you know, so I was like, oh, yes. So the language barrier is also for Korean people because they're afraid, how can I speak English?
Yeah.
So I think it's like same. In my point of view, I think, yeah, you shouldn't like see it black and white.
Generalized.
Yeah.
I think that Korea is already very used to being only Koreans.
Exactly.
So they need some time to adjust, to open to the foreign worlds.
I was hoping you guys fight, but you didn't.
Maybe Roxanne.